You know, leaders have been talking about a companion bridge for the Brent Spence Bridge for more than a decade. But neighbors in Covington and the West End want their voices heard before it's too late.
And construction could start next year. And WLWT News 5's Sean McKinnon spoke with the architects who plan to bring the community vision to the bridge builders. Sean.
Yeah, community organizers have actually contracted their own architecture firm to approach the bridge designers with different ideas. Neighbors say the bridge will impact their communities every day, so they should have a voice in the construction. With a $3.6 billion estimated cost for the Brent Spence companion bridge, could the alternatives be built in Cincinnati?
There are things that have been proven effective in other communities, other cities around the world. Why can't we do them here? The new project and 5 to 7 years of construction will impact Covington and the West End. For example, in the West End, they're proposing to add a lane on either side of the highway all the way down.
And of course it's going to affect us. The West End is right in the middle of that.
Rachel Anderson was displaced in the 1950s when Highway 75 was built through the West End.
We have a lot of things to say, but ask us sometime. And ask us how we feel about the things that are going on.
Sustainable Cincinnati and People Over Pavements are asking people in Covington and the West End about alternative construction options, highway capping, adding greenery, sound absorption, and better public transportation.
There's still time for neighbors to really come together and push for what they want to see.
In the coming months, they hope to take a proposal to the Ohio Department of Transportation and Kentucky Transportation Cabinet that keeps Covington and the West End residents in mind.
If the highway comes in, what happens underneath of it and around it? What about the houses that are there? What about the parks that are there? What about the public transportation that we already don't have? Construction at one point was set to start last year. Now it's been pushed to next year. ODOT calls the future bridge an overdue investment, decades in the making. Live in Covington tonight, Sean McKinnon, WLWT News 5.